Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. Over the past few weeks, we've tested dozens of different combinations. Different supports. Different damage dealers. Different frontline heroes. And after all those battles, one core kept appearing over and over again. Not because it's flashy. Not because it wins every fight. But because of one very specific job. Destroying magic teams. Today I don't want to show you a finished team. Because that would actually be the wrong way to build around this trio. Today I want to show you a core. A foundation. A group of 3 heroes designed to work together, while the remaining 2 positions adapt to whatever you're trying to counter. That core is Tristan, Crow, Guus. And once you understand why these 3 belong together, you'll never build them the same way again. Let's start with Crow. Most players see him as a control hero. And that's true. But I think many players still underestimate what his silence actually does. Silence isn't simply stopping an ultimate. Silence is stopping an entire hero from functioning. Against many physical heroes. That hurts. Against magic heroes. It can completely destroy their rotation. Heroes like Iris, Folio, Tempest, Phobos, Alliacne, Cascade, even Satori. Almost every dangerous mage in today's meta depends on casting abilities at the right moment. Crow doesn't want to outdamage them. He wants to stop them from ever reaching that moment. The entire battle changes after the very first silence. And that's why keeping Crow alive is so important. Now let's move to Tristan. Most people immediately think about armor penetration. And yes, he's still one of the best armor penetration supports in Hero Wars. But that's only half of what he brings to this core. His energy generation keeps the entire engine moving. With his recent relics, Tristan becomes much more than an offensive support. He starts cycling abilities faster. Applying more pressure. More control. Helping the frontline keep the battle permanently under your rhythm. And while Crow is stopping enemy mages from casting, Tristan is making sure your own team keeps casting. That's a huge difference. One side is constantly delayed. The other side never stops moving. Then, the hero that holds everything together. Guus. Without Guus, this core simply isn't the same. Because Crow needs time. Tristan needs time. Control only wins battles if your team survives long enough to keep applying it. That's exactly what Guus gives you. Every golden feather transforms incoming pressure into healing. Every heal gives Crow another opportunity to apply silence. Every extra second allows Tristan to cycle another ability. And suddenly, the opponent isn't fighting one hero anymore. They're fighting a machine. That's why Guus' new Twilight skin becomes so valuable. Not because critical hit makes him deal damage. Because every critical hit becomes another opportunity to increase the healing your entire team receives. The engine keeps running. The control never stops. And magic teams slowly lose the battle without ever finding their rhythm. Now comes the biggest mistake players make. They ask, what's the best 5-man team? Wrong question. The right question is, what should I add around this core? And the answer is, it depends. That's exactly why we call it a core. The remaining 2 heroes should never be fixed. If you're facing heavy physical damage, adapt. Need an assassin? Bring one. Need more frontline? Bring it. Need more support? Do it. Need another damage dealer? Perfect. The core remains exactly the same. Pro controls. Tristan accelerates your own engine while increasing offensive pressure. Guus guarantees the engine never stops. Everything else depends on your opponent. And that's the lesson I really wanted to leave you with today. Stop copying complete teams. Understand why 3 heroes belong together. Because once you understand the core, you'll build better teams than anyone simply copying screenshots from Discord. The best players don't memorize lineups. They understand mechanics. And when the meta changes, they don't rebuild everything. They simply change the last 2 heroes. The core stays. The adaptation changes. That's exactly what makes a great Hero Wars player. Stay tuned. Stay sharp. And as always, salute and friendship.